How's it going? Welcome to the dungeon. Let me get these guys in here. Dougal, super happy to be back. I've missed so much. Need what summer holiday hell? Are you in Japan? Has that happened yet, or is that later this year? Howdy, lads. You remind me of my old boss.
If she's in Japan, that means she's chatting with us at a normal time, not like the crack of the middle of the night.
Is it a normal time? It's.
I'm dealing with Barbie and Oppenheimer.
It wouldn't be 3 a.m. It'll be like
It's midnight. It's midnight. Yeah, we were just talking about Oppenheimer. I just finished. There's a documentary on Peacock that I just finished, and then I wanna go see the movie for sure. So, February. So there's time. There's time still. Good.
Growing weary of the memes of like people going to see Oppenheimer and then Barbie. Yeah, that's cool.
Barbenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
People have made nukes that say Barbenheimer on them that you can 3D print.
Yeah, Dougal. I hear it's really good despite the 3 hours. So,
I mean, look at Marvel movies.
It's like a 3-hour documentary.
Yeah, well, let's
in surround sound.
Pull it with the Marvel movies. I mean, after Endgame, they've gone downhill.
Yeah, it's because now they're
really
time movie.
Yeah. Has anybody watched Secret Invasion? Where you're just asking yourself, is the invasion the waste of my time?
Wait, they released a new thing. What show? Secret Invasion?
Yeah, it's a new show. Yeah,
I wasn't even aware of it.
It's okay. You can stay that way. It's a secret.
Yeah. I think the last movie I saw was the last Doctor Strange. I haven't.
Do you see what Dougal just say? If you can see it in IMAX, I would. Marsden was just talking about that, how they're showing it in IMAX.
What is happening?
We're in classic 70 tonight.
But
look at that.
We're sitting here. They're talking about the Barbie movie, stupid. What were you expecting?
Right,
a live action Barbie movie. It's not going to be like.
I grew up on
thought-provoking film.
A lot of us here grew up watching UHF with Weird Al Yankovic. Like, we don't expect a lot from our movies to begin with. Haven't seen Barbie yet, but for a person who hasn't worn pink in 18 years, my boss is sulky I'm not involved in the whole dressing in pink, being judged for wearing black and gray for years. Hey, yeah, I'm not going to be wearing pink either.
I mean, you are in the UK. You dress in gray and black. It's it's pretty much you're blending in with the atmosphere.
Yeah,
it's the only weather they know.
I thought they only wore umbrellas.
It's either dark out or it's just foggy and like cloudy. There is no sun. The sun does not reach the UK.
Yeah, we've all seen A Christmas Carol. We're awful. Well, welcome everybody tonight. Hey, I want to say hi. We streamed The Hunter Call the Wild, and I want to shout out to these guys again. The Hunter Call the Wild is probably the best streaming community in existence. They're just good people all across the board. They raid each other constantly. They support each other. It's not like a raid where people come in like, hey, we raided you, and then everybody leaves. They hang around, they chat. So thanks again to Braden344, Bush Hunter 1, Dustin 2366, Aiden Bingham, Husky Taco, Captain's Rule, and FG of Miami. All new followers in the dungeon. Appreciate that raid the other night, and that was a lot of fun. We sat and talked about everything. They said, what was it they said? That I sounded or had the voice of a basketball announcer or football announcer. I don't hear it.
I know. I logged in. Something was going on with the audio for me, so I had to. I couldn't fix it, so I'm like, all right, I'm not going to sit here and watch you talk and not know what you're saying.
Right. So yeah, what a great community. I was just messing around on the new Australian map doing hunting gators that don't hide from you. They actually run at you. So that's different.
Down. Hey,
and
Mario.
I got to shoot kangaroos. Who doesn't want to shoot a kangaroo? So,
Kangaroos.
yeah.
They punch you.
I don't know. I never got close to it, man. I dropped him at like 300.
Oh.
It's like the first mission, and they put you up on a tower, and they're like, "Hey, there's one. Shoot it." I can hit it from here. We're good. We're good. So yeah, just a great community. This has happened multiple times. One time they rated us with 60 some people. So that, I mean, it's just the way that community is. And still to this day, there's one of the streamers, he's from South Africa. And if I ever get a chance to pop into his stream, he's like, "Hey guys, look, it's the D&D guy. You guys should go check him out." So, I mean, it's not just empty conversations. They're good people. So, yeah, so that's that. Thanks for those follows. We appreciate you all being around. Hopefully you stopped in tonight to say howdy and see what we do on our normal day. In other news, the beer of the week this week is Mango Wowie. And this is weird. I had nothing to do with this, Marsland, because this is a hazy IPA with mango.
Wow.
So
that's on topic.
Yeah. So what's weird about this is for our in-person session, I homebrewed some mango hazy IPA. And then we always go to a place called Jungle Gyms and get various selections of beer to try out. And so there's this bit where Marsland always leaves one beer at my house before he goes home. I don't know what it is. It's always an IPA. And it was a mango IPA. And now we have,
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, it was from Flying Monkey, which is probably good because Flying Monkey's awesome. I haven't had it yet. And now I asked for our beer of the week, and we get Mango Wowie, a hazy IPA with mango that he says is amazing. So I feel like some kind of universe thing was going on this year that mango. I can't say I've seen many mango IPAs before. So
threes.
Yeah, right. And there we are. The video will be up on this later this week. It is from Wicked Weed Brewing. A lot of times IPAs are related to weed stuff because some of the IPAs can be really dank. Very weed like. You don't like those kind, right?
I feel like that's a dad joke. Is that a dad joke?
It's not it's a thing. Yeah. Because some hops smell like weed. It's just how it is.
I didn't know that.
I think it may be more West Coast than East Coast. The hop.
Sense.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Dougal says, and the cider that I have tried and recommended is called French Revelation. Does it not have an army of flavor? That's a history joke.
Tastes like hairy armpit and body
Vive la France! My kid went to France just a month ago or so, and she really enjoyed herself. But I think she said she liked London better. She was in London, and she really enjoyed it there. I said, probably because everyone spoke your language. So,
England's a great place. I enjoyed it.
I want to go there. Oddly enough, I hear the Indian food there is really good because there were a lot of Indian migration over there, and I hear it's like, I think it's the national food. Dougal can correct me if it's not, or something like that. Outside of bangers and mash or something.
Yeah, blood pudding.
No. It's just shy of an ice cider. It's light with a soft, sweet layer. Very cool rather than warm and great for a hot day. Hey, I'd try it. I'm up to try about anything. Yeah, a curry is one of our national dish. See?
It beats the fish and chips. I found that the people I met over when I was in England only took Americans to go try fish and chips because Americans have this image in their head that it's the greatest thing ever. And it's not.
Yeah. Clearly, it's Long John Silver's in a different country. That's mean. It can't be that bad.
It's something.
There is no B&B this week. We should be here Wednesday in some form, but B&B, they're still taking a break, which is fine. Next Monday, a week from today, we will not have D&D. Our August schedule is out there on social media, so if you didn't catch it, you can catch us on Twitter, Instagram, and Threads, and for right now, all those places, Facebook, all that. So it's all out there. What our schedule will be for the month of August, best we can. We may be minus some Marsland for a session or two, but hopefully not too many.
Yeah. I'm adding another Monday that I'm out, the 7th. Sorry, I'll be gone.
And Marsland doesn't survive tonight.
I think that's a violation of your contract, but we'll check that.
Marsland's going to get swallowed by a fish.
Because didn't you say the 21st you're kind of iffy?
I in lieu of now having the 7th, we're going away for my dad's birthday, so
Okay.
hopefully you can find it in your tiny little Grinch DM heart to forgive that.
Hmm.
The 20th
No.
and 21st.
The fact that the fact that you've almost constantly been here for the last 4 years means nothing. No, that's
thrown out the window.
That's one of our big
In the trash.
accomplishments. Is just the fact that we play every week. That's a huge accomplishment for the D&D world. In other news, Quentin, we moved some dates, right?
Dates? Oh, yeah. The one shot's going to be on, was it September 23rd? And there's actually a reason it's going to be on September 23rd. It's because Gray's birthday is on the 27th. So I told her I would do one around his birthday. And with scheduling conflicts from this one, I was like, hey, we'll just do it then.
Awesome. A wild knock shall appear. Crit bite his ankle, make him need to have bed rest for a while. She's never brushed her teeth. Is that an okay? I've actually booked that day out. Yeah, it's in stone now. It happens regardless. If one of us has to step in to fill slots, we will.
Right?
So, hey, look, it's my kid walking down the stairs. She's saying, hey, how's it going? Turning the corner. Bye. Bye. Fraley, good afternoon. How's it going? We are just getting ready to get started. I'm swapping tea out because my wife is so kind to bring me a fresh cold tea.
This man has like 7 McDonald's teas in his refrigerator at any one time.
I drink a lot of tea. And if it's not in there, I make tea. So like I'm always drinking tea. Unsweet. Nobody's a monster around here. So
I love when I was going to Georgia a whole bunch. You'd go into a Walmart or whatever, and you'd have your tea options in the checkout. It would be sweet tea or extra sweet tea.
Yep.
yeah.
Excuse me, it's sweet tea.
Yeah.
Tea.
Please tell me you brew it correctly. I cannot say that. I do use cold brew because sometimes I brew it correctly, but Fraley says loves some sweet tea. Guess I'm on. Nah. I like sweet tea in moderation. It's just it's not that I dislike. Actually, McDonald's has the best sweet tea, oddly enough, because they have bad water. So it makes the tea taste better. So
Is it all the chlorine?
it's all the chlorine. Yeah, we got to get started. We're not having one of these. All right. So without further ado, let's get into the dungeon.
Is that part of the? Is that part of the rage table?
It should be.
Yeah.
So we're in the desert.
We're not talking. Still not talking.
Okay, where we left off last week.
Still not talking.
Yes, I am. I have an EQ over on the side. I can see when my voice is irritating the party and the audience. Where we left off last week, the party decided their course of action and ventured back down into the depths of Old Smyrna, this time with a few new friends as Crow from Old Smyrna and Lomar from Smyrna joined the party as a huge adventuring party and went down into the secret room they found in the library. Discovering a magical font there with a series of crystals, some things started happening in the room, some dangerous, some strange, before Lomar apologizes, grabs the crystal, and speaks the word on the pedestal, turning into ash and disappearing. After some internal discussions, the party chose to follow suit and found themselves deep, deep underwater, in an underwater structure. Swimming the best they can, they arrived at the top of the water, catching their breath after Oz pulls Lomar's lifeless body up from the water, and Marsland uses some potion and brings him back to life. Coughing and choking on water, they sit up on a disc that Marsland summoned before Oz and Bishop notice a large fish swimming their way. And that's where we begin tonight. Let's get this in the right.
Should we take a long rest?
On top of, we did talk about that, didn't we?
All right.
How far are we away from shore?
You're pretty far out. Yes. So you're closer to the western shore than you are any other shore. So you're just, I would say, off center of the lake itself. And you can see the fish in the distance swimming toward you. We'll just cycle around. Oz, what are you gonna do? You've seen the fish.
Turn around and tell the party. Something very large is coming this way, and I strongly recommend that we take action now. And I guess I'm going to jump in the water and then start heading towards the closest shore.
All right, Oz begins swimming. All right. Okay. Marsland, what are you going to do? He's looking through his spell list right now. I can guarantee it.
What do I have that I could?
See?
I was expecting to be second. Yeah, I'm gonna jump in and start swimming too, and the disc should be following after me, so I can retreat onto that if I need to be.
Okay, so Lomar is staying on that.
Okay.
All right. So you go, Bishop. What are you doing?
Since Oz has already stated what I was going to state, I will be moving towards the shore as well.
All right. And Gwenton?
Was I hanging on the edge of the disc last time?
No, I put you on top.
I'm just gonna stay on top of the disc.
Okay. You are bound by
not?
how fast Marsland is swimming.
Which is 5 feet less than I can go, so or more than I can go, I think. So
All right. So yeah, Oz, Marsland, and Bishop, you're all swimming. Give me Constitution checks.
Sweet.
There you go.
That's great. Wow. Oz and Bishop. Oz, you did a save instead of a check. Is it the same number?
No,
'Cause
it'd be
that-
7.
Okay. All right. Oz, you're getting tired. You've pulled up Lomar. You've put him up on the disc. You begin to slow down as Bishop and Marslin kind of overtake you and continue going. Lomar looks back. I do believe we should go faster. It's getting closer. And Gwynton, you can look back and see this, not a shark fin, but like there's definitely this mass that is coming out of the water. And you just see the splashing from the tail moving back and forth as it's moving faster and faster toward you. Oz, go ahead and give me another Constitution check. Okay, that's a success. Marslin and Bishop as well.
How deep is the lake here? Like, could I feasibly see the bottom?
No.
This deep?
Mm-hmm.
You almost drowned coming up from it.
Oh my god. I go from a nat 20 to a nat 1. This is going to be a good night.
Since you got a nat 1, you do have a rank of exhaustion.
Oh god! Isn't that 2 for you?
Yep.
Okay, so you are now at
It-
half speed.
Can I do Toll the Dead on the fish?
If,
You better read that. Read it.
One creature I can see within range.
You
It's
don't
not
get the
a-
extra damage.
What about the extra damage?
It's not injured, so you don't get any extra damage on that.
No, but if it takes damage, it's still 1d8. If it fails.
Okay. I'm just.
No, you're gonna get it. If it. The target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage if the target's missing hit points, and now it's now a 1d12.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Bishop, you begin slowing down as well as you could just feel things locking up, being in the water, rust and everything coming up. You're having a hard time moving forward. Gwynton, you feel the disc begin to slow, and Lomar looks down at Marsden. No, not slower, faster, faster. We need to go faster. We need to go faster now. As Gwynton, you stand up and go ahead and cast.
You have to do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. He fails.
Okay, so he takes 13 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. So you this kind of you see the creature just begin to shake a bit, and as it does, it comes out of the water more, and you realize that you thought you were seeing like the eyes as it was coming out. It just keeps coming out, and it gets bigger, and you see this massive maw of teeth rise up, and the water's just like, you can see it pulling everything in from the side and filtering through the gills, and it just continues to get closer. Now there's a bit of blood running down from one of its eye sockets that you can just barely see in the moonlight of night, and it just keeps moving closer and closer. Oz, give me a Constitution check.
Guess I am dead. I am dead now. I'm dead. This is it.
22.
Okay. You continue going forward. The shore is getting closer, but it's still quite a distance out. Anything special you want to do? Or you just keep moving forward?
I'm going to I'm going to do my starlight step and then move 30 feet forward.
Okay. You just Oz is swimming, and then all of a sudden He thrusts himself forward and continues. He's quite a bit ahead of everyone now. As he's pushing forward, Marslin, give me that Constitution check.
No.
You're getting slower and slower as you're giving every bit that your strength that you have to move forward. Hold on.
I'm not an athlete. I am not cut out for this. How far is the fish? Or the thing?
It's getting very close.
Like how?
Well, it moves like 170 feet a second while you move 10. So
is definitely gaining on you. And of course, you've drawn back, so you see Bishop's just in front of you, but now you see Oz. He's way up there. All right. You have another rank of exhaustion, so you now have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay, I am. I can't go on longer. I need to take a rest. I'm gonna crawl back.
Stop now, Marslin.
Over to the disc and try and crawl up back onto the disc.
Okay. So you stop. Just give me an athletics to see if you can pull yourself up.
You said I have another rank of exhaustion?
Yep. So you'll have disadvantage on this check.
Yep. Strength check, you said?
Athletics.
Oh, athletics check. I'm all equally bad at that. Oh, but I got... wait, no, never mind. I have to roll at a disadvantage. 2.
So you stop, and you grab a hold of it, and you try to pull yourself up, and you're really trying. And you're like, ah! You get just your head right above there, and Lomar's looking down.
Help me!
You don't understand. This is not what we need to happen. And then you just like drop back down. You have a hold of it, so you're not sinking, but you're not moving either. Gwynton, the disc has now stopped moving, and you can see Marslin's hands on the side of the disc.
Gwynton, Lomar, are you not going to help?
Yeah, can I pull him up?
Yeah, just we'll say between you and Lomar, you can pull him up. But you pull him up, and I mean he's heavy because of the robes and different things, and it's just like wet laundry, and you're just pulling it up.
Why do you have so many books?
Toss him down.
As soon as I get up, am I allowed to do another thing?
Depends on what you want to do.
As soon as I get up, I'm going to start casting Tiny Hut.
Okay, no. You got to wait for that.
Okay.
Okay. Bishop, what are you doing? Continuing?
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm not looking at him because he's behind me.
Yep. You now see Oz way off in the distance. Oh, shake. Wow, that's where I'm at. Okay, you continue swimming forward. You're making a good pace. So you're not paying attention to what's going on behind you. Start of the next round. The fish creature begins getting closer and closer. It is definitely. It seems like within the next round, it's going to be right where you're at. Gwynton, Marslin, and Lomar. Okay, so it's coming forward. Its mouth is open. Gwynton, you can almost like smell it from here. Like it's pushing the water to the side. You can see the serrated teeth. They're not normal. They're like curved inwards. This thing is coming for you, and its mouth will easily encompass this disc. With you.
Go ahead.
Nope. Go ahead.
Can I cast Calm Emotions on the fish?
You can.
So, it's alternative, you can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that's hostile towards.
Does it have to be an intelligent creature?
it starts off and saying each humanoid in a 20-foot radius, and then like the third paragraph down.
You're gonna make everyone on the disc feel good about what's about to happen.
We're all gonna die. It's okay.
I am fine with dying.
But I just feel like the third paragraph does state like you can make a target indifferent about the creatures of your choice. Does a target include a fish?
I mean, you can certainly try.
Okay. Okay. I'll cast it then.
All right.
So. It's a charisma saving throw.
Okay. This thing would have like a 15.
Oh, you just barely fucking passed. But Lamar and Marzin would have to do it too, probably.
Yeah, they're within the 20 feet. So Lomar. Lomar failed, or he saved.
Am I rolling something?
Yeah.
Roll a charisma save.
A charisma save?
Mm-hmm.
7.
Marsland, your head just kind of turns to the side and you see this serrated maul coming at you, and you're just at peace with it. Like, you know what's coming.
Death comes for us all.
Top of the round, Oz, what are you doing?
I gave you my con check.
Oh,
You weren't close. Oh, okay. All right.
Here, I can roll it again if need be.
No, when did you? I didn't see it.
I thought
up
you,
there,
I thought you were
the
coming
14.
to me. I was trying to anticipate it because the dice are rolling slow.
Yeah, that's fine.
14.
Yeah, that's fine. So you succeed. Are you doing anything else?
I'm not going to use it yet, but that spell scroll that was identified, out of instinct. What was that called again? Yes, last session. You got an invisibility potion and then a scroll.
Oh, polymorph.
Polymorph. That's what it was. All right. Okay. Yeah. I get. How far am I away from shore?
You're still pretty far. Now you have no idea what's going on behind you because you've been.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Am I within range? I'm still pretty far away.
Yep. It's a big lake.
I'm just gonna, yeah. Cool.
It's hopeless. This is hopeless. We will
I'm
not
gonna
die.
keep swimming.
Okay. Marsland, you said you wanted to start casting Tiny Hut?
Yep.
Okay. You start casting Tiny Hut. It's, what, a minute?
That's 10 rounds.
So you see Gwenton, you see Marsland, he just starts casting. And for this, Bishop, you're just going to keep swimming?
Is the disc a concentration spell?
No. Well, oddly enough.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, not one on that one.
Okay. That's
These dice are sucking right now.
at least it's not a 7.
You known for getting 7s?
I just put 2 and 2 together. That's why I run 7 dungeons.
Whoa.
We
Been
just
in front of
read
us the whole time.
Yeah, weird. That is a rank of exhaustion. I think that's your second.
First.
Okay. All right. You continue moving forward. Gwenton, what are you doing? This.
Nope,
This,
you're right. It is my second one.
Okay, so your gears begin to seize up. Oh snap! I forgot. Okay, your gears begin to seize up, and you're slowing down, but you're still moving forward. Gwenton, what are you doing?
If I try to target a specific part of the body, is it disadvantage? Like, if
Yeah.
I try to hit the eye.
Sure.
So yes, disadvantage if I try to hit something in the eye.
Yeah, it has to be a targeted spell too. It can't be a save.
Yeah, I was going to try casting Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Try to distract this thing for a second. Where the hell's Guiding Bolt? There it is. 8. I don't know why I even attempted. Disadvantage is just guaranteed lost. Can I
Okay,
cast?
so-
I'll cast spiritual weapon then,
Okay, as a bonus
and
action.
then and then attack it.
Okay, make the
Does a
attack
24
roll.
hit?
Does a 24 hit?
Yeah.
Yes, a 24 does hit.
Okay. For a good old 4 points of damage.
All right, you see the sword whoosh, into the side of it. All right, anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, the fish comes closer and closer. Its maw opens up. It's right above you, and in the darkness, you hear a massive splash as you see this giant head encompass the fish itself, snapping down, a shark-like body as it's jumping out of the water. It bursts through the center of this fish, consuming the entire middle. You see the head fall to one side, the tail fall to the other. It's easily 3 to 4 times the size of this other fish that was coming at you. And the head and tail begin to drift slowly down as you see this creature jumping through the air before it lands on the other side of the water and just splash, massive splash. You're all covered in water. And for the moment, the night is silent.
Except for the
Oz,
sound of Oz continuing to swim.
Oz and Bishop, you definitely would have heard the splash because it was so big. But Topper, Oz, what are you doing? You continuing to shore?
I'm going to continue to shore, try to ride the wave to the shore from whatever just came out of there.
All right. Give me a Constitution check with advantage. You're using your natural surroundings to help push you closer to shore. All right.
19.
So you continue this this methodology to work your way towards shore, and you just continue swimming. Bishop, we'll go to you first. What are you doing? Just swimming?
If I heard this, then I will turn around to look how far everybody is behind me.
They're pretty far back at this point. They're not like dots on the horizon, but they're back several
Keep
feet.
swimming!
And you, of course, can see these waves coming toward you.
Can I see if they're still on the disc?
You do see that they're on there's no one else in the water, so you can see the disc is full of people.
Okay. I will. I'll wait right here. I'll try
Okay.
water.
Okay. So you kind of stop, and you're treading water for the moment. The waves are coming. Marsland, what are you doing?
Continuing to cast.
Okay. Quentin, what are you
Lamar,
doing?
Got any movement spells?
I am hooped.
No, Lamar.
Oh,
You're
Lamar.
here. You're not dead. You can help.
I'm
No.
afraid this is not much of my specialty here. I've read about things like this. Let me tell you the tale of the great wizard who could move things through his just simple movements. And he just begins regaling you of a tale of something he read in a book one time.
You're not very good at situational awareness, huh? Would the wave have tried knocking us off of the disc or anything?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it covered you all in water. You can see Lomar looking at the water, looking toward what looks like the shore and contemplating his options.
Well, Lamar, want to swim for it?
I do believe that might be a better option than staying here. If whatever that was comes back, we would definitely end up in the belly of the beast, much like the old tale from, oh, what was that? Lomar and the fish? I don't remember.
Are you thinking of Moby Dick?
Something like that.
And I'll jump. Marzin, I'm gonna try to swim the shore, and I'll jump in and start swimming.
Has it been within a minute? It's like I haven't.
It's been
finished
20
casting yet?
seconds.
No,
Okay.
it hasn't been within a minute yet.
12 seconds.
It hasn't been a minute yet.
No.
Dude, you're
Okay.
you still have 80% of your casting time left.
I will stop casting when he says that. Then
Okay.
you're going back into the water where that giant crazy fish just was.
How else do you expect to get out of here?
I am standing on a impenetrable disc right now. That feels quite safe.
I'm jumping and swimming.
Are you pulling him with you, or are you're just swimming yourself?
He can't pull it.
I can't pull the disc or anything.
I didn't know if he was pulling Mars. Like, I didn't know if he was grabbing you and pulling you.
No, because that would just be disadvantage. The last thing I need is disadvantage on anything.
Okay. So you just jump into the water with a big splash. So Bishop, you see a big splash as you see a shorter figure stand up on the disc and just run and jump forward and start treading water.
Any logs anywhere I can hold on to and just paddle?
Lomar looks down at Marslin. I do believe we are out of other options, my friend, and staying here may not be the greatest one.
So tired though. That took so much out of me. You know how the Vidalkin are. We aren't athletic.
I totally, yes, I get that. Maybe if we put your special disc closer to the water, we could kick our feet and paddle it forward to get to shore.
Ooh, that's a good idea. We could. I don't know if that will work. I don't know if this will take kindly to that, but we could try it for sure. Well, I'll sit at the edge with my feet dangling into the water.
I gotta look and see how that even works.
I don't think that'll work. It is.
I don't think so.
immobile. Yeah.
Okay, it's immobile unless you move.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys start kicking and nothing's happening. I don't believe
it's
that's
working.
I don't believe this is working like we would think. Well, I'm going to take my chances. And he closes his eyes. You see him plug his nose, and he puts one foot out and just kind of falls forward.
Does he go underwater?
He does, and for a moment, you see a few bubbles.
Lomar, come up.
Before he resurfaces, and it's like a kid struggling in a pool, just kind of face above water, and he's treading forward.
Oh, thank goodness! I thought you had died for a second.
I do not believe swimming is for me. He just keeps going.
We just need to make it to the shore. You can do it. Stay by the
Not
disc.
much is for you, apparently, Lamar.
Books. Okay, I'll jump in too and start swimming.
Okay.
Stay by the disc in case you need it.
Oz, after quite some time, you reach the shore. Exhausted, you're tired. You pull yourself up and you look back, and Bishop is still a bit off, but coming your way, followed by what looks like a giant swimming turtle, but you realize that's Quentin moving his way through the water. His shell rocking back and forth in the water as he moves forward because physics don't exist in D&D. Before long, Bishop, you make it to shore and you see Oz there, and Oz, everything in your body hurts. It was a lot of swimming.
A lot of swimming. What do I see around me? Is there anything I can use flotation?
I mean, around
am I
you.
in a cave? Am I in a cave? I mean,
you're on a very rocky coastline. There's pine trees and different trees behind you, kind of blocking some of the moonlight now. Mm-hmm. There's no beach. It's more of a rocky terrain. Yeah, that's what you see.
come on, Bishop, you can do it. Let's go, guys. And then that's it. That's my turn.
All right. Bishop, you arrive at the shore. You see Oz standing there. Your gears are just struggling.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'll
sit
help him
down.
out of the water, but that's all I have is moral support right now. So
I'm gonna sit down and start trying to clean up some of the garbage out of my gears.
Okay. Oreo!
It's salt water.
Quentin, you're swimming. You're almost to the shore. You hear a sound, and far in the distance, you see like this massive fin start to ascend from the top of the water, and you just begin like power swimming over after what you saw. And you get to shore. You see Bishop and Oz just all but collapsed on the ground, trying to clean themselves up.
That is not something I would ever want to do again.
And you hear the splashing of your two last compatriots. You see a small disc following them through the air. They're both struggling forward. Lomar looks back and sees the fin. Marsden, we must swim faster. We must swim like there's books on the shore that we must get to before they burn them or destroy them or use them as toilet paper. We must swim faster.
Did you say they're burning books on the shore? Oh,
There's books on the shore.
Start swimming as hard as I can.
can I gauge if they're good? Can I gauge the distance for intercept?
Right now they're probably about 100 feet offshore.
Okay, and the fish is how close?
It's probably 60 to 100 feet behind them, from what you can tell.
All right, I'm gonna come back out there, and I'm gonna try and help them along.
Okay.
And I'll even start off with a starlight step so I can get a jump on it.
Okay. So you take a couple steps and step forward, and then just before splashing in front of them, and you begin swimming. Give me a Constitution check.
Sorry, the dice are slow.
No, it's
There
fine.
you go. You're nat 1 for the day.
Whew, a lot of nat ones. A lot of nat
Not
ones.
a good start.
You're struggling. Yeah, you were tired before. You're tired now, but you're trying to. You got 30 feet out. Mars and Lomar you can see Oz there, and he's beckoning you closer to move faster. Let me roll this for
What are you doing?
Lomar. Lomar begins to slow down a bit as he's getting exhausted.
This is mean.
Marsland, give me a Constitution check at disadvantage.
Can we just call it even and just not advantage, not disadvantage?
If someone was helping you, yes, but
this could be really bad. Okay, we got a 15. We got a 10.
that's enough. You just
Wow.
need 10. Yeah. I mean, it's everything in you. This is very much that fight or flight situation, and you're pushing yourself beyond your natural abilities to go forward. And you're going, and you're the whole time you're coaxing Lomar forward. Oz is waving you forward, and you can feel like the water pushing forward behind you, like the displacing as something behind you is getting closer and closer, and you actually use that to motivate yourselves to move faster, and you feel push behind you as whatever's behind you turns to the side, and its tail moves and slaps forward. It's going to hit you and Lomar with its tail. Well, it may hit you. We'll see.
Lamar's down again. He's just
It
a
does-
floating body.
It does not.
Zoom hits me.
It does not hit Lomar, but it does. What's your AC?
22.
12. It does hit you.
Rude.
You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage
15?
as Oz, you see Marsland like catapulting through the air, end over end, as he's flying through the air, and he lands on the shore with a thud, and he rolls a couple times, and Lomar's just swimming, terrified. He starts screaming. He's just uncontrollably screaming as he's swimming, and he finally gets to land and just like tackles Bishop, and then hides behind Bishop and pulls Bishop's shoulders toward the water and just peeks out from behind Bishop's shoulders.
Ow.
Glad to see everyone is back.
Oz comes back out of the water. He's drooping pretty hard.
Just gonna find a dry patch on the ground and just fall over on my back.
I'm going to do not that I don't think it will do anything, but I'll do prayer of healing to heal everybody.
Okay.
Everyone takes 23 points of healing. What? Everyone's down. Maybe healing will help them.
No, it's the moaning from Marsland.
Quentin, how do I feel like the soreness has gone away, yet I don't feel like I can move?
Does this cure exhaustion?
It does not.
No.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I got nothing for exhaustion. I was like looking.
I'm just gonna lay here for the rest of the night. I think I'm gonna. Oh, I can't even read a book right now.
Before you, it is nighttime, right? Now.
It is definitely nighttime. Yes.
So before you just lay there, Marsden, you want to finish casting that tiny hut you're trying to do on that dispatch there? We can at least like, something.
I suppose I could do that. Oh, and he's gonna just be laying there on his back and just looking up and just start casting tiny hut.
Okay.
Please tell me it like appears on top of him and just lands on him.
I actually want to do that because I can allow it to go through me.
Yeah. So you see this weird spherical shape, and it appears just above Marsland, and then just slowly falls over top of him as it encompasses his body like he's being set in a tomb.
All right,
By the time anybody actually makes it into the hut, I am sound asleep, snoring.
Lomar comes in first. So, Marsden, I thought we could discuss. I guess there's always time in the morning. And he makes his way to a corner and tries to get comfortable before he also passes out. Bishop Oz, Quentin, what are you doing?
Lying on my back, staring at the sky. And then if I'm not like, is the hut appeared?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll over into the hut. Just gonna roll end over end until I get into the hut, and then once I know I'm in there, I'm gonna fall asleep.
Bishop stands up and is like making sure all the water's out of him. So he's like opening different compartments.
Try and bring my clothes.
You step forward and water runs out. It looks like you're peeing down your leg.
Bishop, there's a tree over there.
That's a new feeling. Is this what it's like, Quentin?
Well, typically you don't pee on your own legs, so it's a little different.
I walk into the hut.
Yeah, once I'm done ringing out calls, I'll go in the hut as well.
Okay. You sit down inside the hut. Marslin and Lomar are out.
I'm just in the middle of the floor of the hut.
The rest of you, is everybody just going to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. You fall fast asleep in the dark of night, exhausted from the adventure. There's so much to take in. You all remove 1 rank of exhaustion. So if you had 3, you now have 2.
Sorry, you broke up there. Remove all ranks.
Marsden sleeps for 3 days and 4 nights.
The morning comes, and you can see the sun rising in the east. Marsden, since you were out first, you wake up first.
Neither Oz or I are asleep at that point.
Right.
No, we only need to sleep like 4 hours. Yeah.
Oh, it still hurts. Oh, everything still hurts.
We're alive, and that's certainly something to be happy about. Where are we? Our whereabouts is completely another matter.
They always did say that reading books was exercising the mind. Is this what exercising the body feels like? Because I don't like it.
I'm pretty sure when I said not to touch anything, I meant not to touch anything.
That was Lomar who touched it first. What were we going to do? Not touch it after that?
Yes.
That was always an option.
Oh, I am sorry. That would be my fault. You see, Marsden, after you left, I was doing some more reading and researching about what these fonts might be. I do believe, and I believe we have confirmed this, that that they were used to travel the island long before the split. It was efficient, and I believe they said it was reserved for more those of higher standing along the islands. But it's they still work.
Those of higher standing, does that mean people that are very tall, which is why it's underwater? So if you're very tall, you will come out above the water?
You know, I originally thought that as well, but upon more reading, I guess that meant that more money and political power, they were used for that to transfer quickly.
I forgot the double meaning there. It's always so confusing.
Yes, and I don't believe it was underwater. I had some thoughts, but now it is confirmed that I believe we were in a section of Jodokai.
Could you please say that much slower and maybe say each of the letters that make up the word that you just said?
I'll send it. Jeez. Jodokai. It was an ancient city that rested in the lake. The lake was much smaller back then, but it seems it was ripped from something. It's not there anymore. I mean, there are remnants, as we saw, but that is quite a problem.
What was the purpose of the city, Jodokai? Were you able to discover what that?
It was just
source of...
it was just a city. It was I mean, people lived there. There was trade there, and they were a fishing town, of course. Very prominent.
Was this city destroyed before Smyrna?
Unfortunately, I don't have any facts, but it seems like the city was used to destroy Smyrna. Does that make any sense?
The Shadowsparks are the ones that destroyed Smyrna, which means they were in that city at the time.
I don't think... I don't have books or reading to support that that's what happened.
Isn't that what we were told?
Might have been what-
Shadowsparks are the ones that destroyed Smyrna?
Might have been what you were told.
Oh, well, okay. I'm just trying to get my information right. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure that's what I'm remembering, right?
I don't remember reading anywhere that that's what happened. That would be immense power. Unless they
If
were...
this happens to be that lake, then our friend's farm is that way. And I point northeast.
Across the water? If it's that far, then Smyrna should be that way. And he points to the west.
Would we have an idea of like where we are?
I mean, you know where the lake is. You've seen the lake
Yeah.
before. You know the sun rises in the east and sets in the west.
Did we? I thought it was dark during the entire time of the snow,
There was moonlight.
but that doesn't give us direction.
That doesn't give you direction, no. But you woke up this morning, you saw where the sun rose.
Yeah, but we're in a different spot.
We're on land.
Oh, sorry, we rested. Never mind.
You're feeling okay over there, Marsland. You're forgetting what day it is.
I'm still incredibly tired, friend.
But I believe that we have a bit of a problem. These monstrosities, as we saw, Quentin, we saw closer than most. I believe they're from magic from the ley lines leaking into the lake itself. And we should surely disable the crystal in that room that we found to prevent others from a watery fate. Did we leave the door open?
Yeah.
Well, that could be a problem.
And it looks like we are missing one of our compatriots. Crow did not go in with us.
Or
She did
Crow
not.
could also be laying dead at the bottom of the lake right now too, for what that's worth.
I'm pretty sure Crow did not go with us as she was standing outside the door when we all touched the crystal.
True, I do not know how compassionate Crow is, and if they would go after us after we all disappeared from the room.
Well, I believe this is of great importance. Marson, didn't you say you were part of a society of some sort?
Oh yes, the Academy. I've told you about the Academy.
Maybe the Academy has information, or they may find this information valuable if they are as good as what you've mentioned with all the books and things that are there.
Surprised you have not had more run-ins with the Academy. The Academy is the best. I'm convinced they must be the best organization on this entire island.
I have not spent much time with them.
You would love it there. The best library you have ever laid eyes on.
I would like to see it someday. But
Turn to the rest. Should we go to the Academy or should we go back to Smyrna? We found ourselves a little bit of a monkey in the middle situation here.
Well, Oz is wanted in Smyrna, so it is probably not best for him to go back. At least now. I still need to get Bryn. I told her she could stay at our house. Lamar still has books in his room, but if he would like to go to the academy, there is room in our house.
Oh, this is fantastic news, Martin. We can take a trip together. Oh, we can talk about so many things in our adventures. We may be able to get... How long do you think it would take to clean out my room?
Oh, but we can do that quickly. I can just press to digitate it all clean. Easy as that.
No, we have to bring all the books and the scrolls and the writing utensils, and they have to be packed up just right.
Oh, do you guys mind if Lomar moves in with us?
You see his
might be
mouth
able
just
to
drop open.
He might be able to help us with our disease problem as well. It is always going to be helpful to have another set of eyes.
If it is something that you acquired from a mistress of the night or something, there's nothing I can do about that. You have to deal with that on a different way.
You also not heard of the plague that's spreading around the land?
Oh, that one. I was under the impression you were talking about something else.
I do not know what afflictions our friend Bishop here might suffer from, but
Rust.
yes, we were talking. Rust, indeed. You are quite rusty.
I beg to differ.
Anyway, do you have a cart or something you could haul everything over to Kendor's keeping?
Didn't we take a horse and
Yes,
cart?
we have stuff in
Yeah.
Smyrna.
Yeah, we I think it's okay there, Marzin. We can haul his stuff.
Can all of your stuff fit into a single cart?
With his magical bag of holding, it can.
It might, maybe I might be able to do that. If not, we can stack them up in the cart, and we'll need reading material for the trip anyways. It takes several days to get back to Kendor's Keep.
Of course, and we can read out loud to the rest of the party too, so they can learn
Oh, that
everything
would
that we're
be
reading about.
fantastic! I think Oz, you should really hear the tale of some of the things we found in the old scroll. You would enjoy that very much.
Rolling.
We could both take turns reading too on either side to give them the stereo experience. That way it's coming in from both ears, and you know the saying that it goes in
We
one ear
still
out the
have
other.
priorities, Marslin.
Oh, true. Sorry, my mind gets carried away, you know, Bishop.
Oz, since you do not want to go back to Smyrna, it might behoove you to go to our friend
Judas?
Stoneshell. And wait for us there.
His name is Scudus.
Scudus Stoneshell.
You might be able to go
This
fishing
would
again
be
with
fine, except I did promise Grove that I would like take her out of the city.
You what
If
now?
we're if we're going to go close the door again, I'm sure we will run into her.
Thank you. It is not often that I give my word, and in this case I did, and I'd rather not go back on it. So, thank you. I will wait with Master Scutus, if he'll have us.
You could see if he knows anything else about this Joda Kai, since he was very knowledgeable about the area.
Yes, I will. Maybe we should write down the questions that I should ask. Judo Kai. Maybe a fair bit of other things. Sure. We'll talk about it over fishing.
I would definitely warn him about what is in this lake. Might not be safe for him to go out in the morning by himself.
Do we conclude this is the same lake?
Yeah.
You might need a bigger fishing rod.
Made him think about it.
If you remember, he did mention that they had caught some strange, larger things.
How large? Really needed to add some specification there.
Yeah, large hairy fish.
Clarification.
Yes. Well, I can make my way over to Scutus's hut, and while you go journey back to Smyrna.
I believe we have enough on Caldera. Maybe that's is something we can do when we get back to Kandor's Keep.
We'll have to discuss it with Master Rex and find out if this is enough to convict him. Or
Shall we?
I believe this is up to everybody. Are we ready for travel? Should we? Are we good to go now? Looking around at everybody.
A time like the present.
I'm right when you guys are.
Does Marsland look weary?
Yes.
Yeah, he looks haggard.
Okay.
I look like hell.
Marsland, are you sure you're up for this?
I might not be moving the quickest, but do you want to stay here for an entire day looking out over the water and taking in the sunshine and reading the couple books that I brought along and taking notes and practicing math? Actually, this sounds kind of nice.
Marsland, that sounds fantastic, actually. I'm going to pull out the map and I'm going to look. Oh dear. That's a large lake. This is a very large lake.
I could have told you that from the from the distance that I had to swim.
Yes, very, very large. I'll put the map away.
Best get moving then. And Bishop starts heading towards the road to Smyrna.
I'll hold
Okay.
out a hand to Marsland to help him up.
Well,
take my
good-
hand, blue person. I'm helping you.
Good,
Oh, thank you so much.
good journeys. So we'll see you in a few days.
Yes, we will. I'll see you at Master Scutus's hut. Yes, and remember, I do not exist. You do not know me. If anybody asks, I would appreciate it.
And he looks over at Marsden, but I do know him, and he does exist. I see no signs of him not existing. He definitely within a corporeal form. Am I missing something?
Yes, yes, you are. I will leave this up to Quentin to explain it to you. I'll see you in a few days.
Stay out of trouble, us, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my way to the hut and get ready to go fishing with the turtle.
All right, so you're heading that way. It's okay. It's a journey. You're on your own.
That's all we got. We don't. We
Yeah.
got nothing to ride. We got to walk.
Yep. All right, so you all begin walking. The terrain here, Oz will deal with you in a bit. The terrain here for the rest of you is quite rocky and hilly. You're up and down, and at one point you come to the top of one of the larger hills, and you can see Smyrna way off in the distance. It's going to take you a bit to get there. But anything you want to do on this journey?
Sleep.
Yeah, you are slower going because Marsden's just kind of dragging behind.
Everybody wait up, please. How are you moving so fast?
Every step up a hill just burns.
Bishop, you don't feel exhaustion, do you? Can I get on your back?
Yeah, I'll lift him up and put him on my shoulder.
Oh, I wasn't expecting this. What a joy.
Okay.
I can see so much from over here. The
whole new
mark,
view.
the sights up here, incredible. I must draw this.
That sounds fantastic. Bishop, may I sit on your other shoulder and take in the sights as well?
Daddy, can I have a ride?
I hate you both. But I have him climb up on the other one. I look at Quentin.
You do?
No
You should be
more
charging
room.
for this.
So, you walk through. Marsden, on occasion, you have to duck out of the way of a branch here or there. You get smacked with some small ones. Because you're tall and Bishop is tall, so you're definitely up in the trees a bit. So,
As we're going along, I'm trying to sketch things that I see. They aren't quite as fine as they usually are because of the bumps and because I'm so tired. Every once in a while, when it's like especially wavery, I'm just gonna wrap my head around, or my arms around his head to balance myself again.
you're sticking your foot into the cavity where his head comes out at, and just balancing yourself.
Watch it. That's delicate.
You travel. Dawn falls, dusk begins to get dark outside. You're getting closer, but you know you're still a bit away. Probably another day or so, day and a half journey to get to Smyrna by foot like this. You proceed through the trees a bit, and you do notice it just stands out against the darkness. You see a campfire burning in the middle of the trees.
Curious.
I suggest we keep our distance.
From what you can tell, there's just a single individual there, sitting, even keeping your distance, even from this distance. That's what you see.
He doesn't seem to notice us yet.
No. Or if they do, they just are ignoring you.
Did you see that, Bishop? I lean over right into his ear.
And you whisper sweet nothings.
I do see that.
Marsden, since you're up there, make a perception check. I would say a straight one. You'd have advantage if it wasn't for your conditions.
9.
9. Okay.
Anything?
I got what I needed. I mean, from what you can see, you see.
So, are we on a main road, or were we just?
No, you're just
traveling
walking through the
wilderness?
trees. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, like, your feet are crunching on the sticks and dead leaves.
How close is he to us?
Probably. I mean, that's up to you. You saw the fire probably 60 feet from where you're at.
Do I see any? Was there like a card or an animal or weapons or anything? Does he seem armored?
Does not, from what you can see, it does not seem armored at all. Pretty sure you saw like a horse tied up to a tree or some kind of animal. It's hard to make out from this distance with the trees.
And you said
Could
we're
just be
being
a traveler.
pretty- Yeah, you said we're being fairly noisy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm going to not yell, but I'm going to be like, fellow traveler, do not be worried. We are just traveling as well.
How far away when you say this?
I'm just saying it depending on where we're walking,
okay.
where his location.
Okay.
I just don't want to. I'm not like trying to sneak up on the guy or
Sure.
surprise him. I just, hey, you're not alone out here.
It's no problem. Come, warm yourself by the fire.
If you do not mind the company.
Of course not.
What do you call yourself?
You're not that close yet. unless
What
you're
are
planning on
you and who are you?
unless you're yelling across the.
Sorry, I thought
Who
I took that
goes
as if we
there?
were closer.
I look down at Quentin, just giving him like that. Be wary. Be on guard.
I think it's also time to let Lomar and Marsden off your shoulder.
Yeah, I drop him.
Ow! Oh.
Well, I do say that was quite a comfortable trip turned into an uncomfortable dismount. But thank you again, Bishop. That was quite kind. And looking at Lomar, he's got like pine needles and leaves stuck into parts of his vest, and a pine cone sitting on his pouch, and all this stuff.
I suggest we keep our secrets to ourselves.
I have no secrets. There would be no problem at all.
Yeah, I don't consider much here. Sorry, I've gotten confused about this in the past. What do you consider a secret?
The fact that we found an underground font and ended up in an underwater city. The nature of our visit. How about you both just don't talk? Unless it's something from day to day.
Are you saying, I think I'm getting it, we shouldn't disclose we shouldn't disclose the places that we have been to that others might be interested in?
Exactly.
Curious. Normally I would put that into a book. Such a weird way of thinking. I will try it out.
I will keep my stories to myself the best I can.
Thank you. But so let's take him up on his hospitality of sitting around a fire. I'll walk over to him.
You walk up, you can see a bedroll's laid out. There's some kind of small creature being roasted over a fire. You can smell the fresh cooked meat as you get closer, just wafting through the air. You're just staring into the fire, poking it with a stick from time to time. Stay warm. Enjoy the stars.
Oh, we enjoyed the stars last night.
Is that
Traveling on foot.
Is that why you find yourself here? And she
Just making
motions.
our way
You see a hand come out and welcome you to sit down.
No, I'll take the seat.
I'm moving closer.
They pull back their hood, and you see kind of a more gaunt face, green skin woman with what looks like black tattoos coming up her neck a bit, like narrow eyes. She just stares into the fire. You're welcome to share my meal with me, for sure. It's nice to have company here, especially on a clear night.
Where are you headed?
Headed to Candor's Keep myself.
Are you from there? Are you heading there to do some sort of business?
Returning from business.
God.
And was this business in Smyrna by chance?
Yes, I was down for a while, and it is time to return back. I have some things to take care of there, as always. But nothing is better than taking some time and staring at the stars, wouldn't you say?
Yes, the stars tell so many stories. You can connect the dots and draw all sorts of pictures. Have you ever tried?
That I have. My home when I was a child came from out that way, past the astral sea.
How did you end up here?
That is a darker tale. Not one I mind sharing. Lot of ones like me came from there. And not in a pleasant way. But I've made good for myself.
Sorry to prod. Was your business successful in Smyrna? Will you be returning happy to...
Not entirely, but as is the nature of business, if everything went well all the time, anyone could do it. What brings you out here?
I'll glance up at Bishop.
We were exploring and found ourselves somewhat off track.
Easy to happen out here.
Very much so. The lake is pretty big.
It is.
And we are heading back to Smyrna. We figured the sights of the forest would be enjoyable.
fortunate that we run into each other so that we can conversate. None of us is lonely then. And she takes the meat and kind of she pulls out a dagger and slices piece by piece off and passes it around to everyone, even you, Bishop. I apologize, I'm not sure how one such as yourself works.
I learn a little day by day. We appreciate your hospitality. My friends here are probably enjoying the warmth of this fire.
Yes, I believe this is quite refreshing here with being around the fire and getting things dried out a bit. Of what I'm saying.
Out of curiosity, just out of character,
Mm-hmm.
didn't he tell us that he's met a certain individual already, or at least seen what they look like?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Was it raining where you were at? I don't understand why you would be wet.
Would we still be wet after a day travel?
He just mentioned it.
Oh. Sorry.
Lomar mentioned it.
We made our way towards the lake. Some of us are a little more shy about taking clothes off to get in the water.
Yes, well, I'm kind of a private person. Marcin, you are a private person as well, if I remember correctly from just a moment ago.
Well, yes, you can clean your clothes and clean yourself in the same go. Why would you not want to do it? Win-win.
Yes, it is. Not everyone feels the way you do about it. She just looks back and forth as you all have this conversation.
Do I recognize this person at all?
I don't think there's any reason that you would.
Okay.
Do you own a shop in Candor's Keep?
No, not a shop per se. I have responsibilities there to the Empire, of course, and keeping things running. I'm not of anyone of importance to you, I wouldn't imagine, but I do well for myself.
That is good. We will probably be heading back that way soon.
Maybe we'll run into each other sometime in the streets.
What area of Candor's Keep do you typically inhabit?
Usually the north side of town. Many don't go there unless they have reason.
I haven't spent a ton of time in Candor's Keep yet. Do you find it dangerous there?
Not at all. The city is very well cared for by the guards and things. But I'd imagine you've been in Smyrna recently. Is that correct?
Why would you think that?
I thought you might have said that you were there recently, and the commotion as of late is distracting, and most people are excited to talk about the festivities, the flying ship, the things there.
Things. That
And-
sounds ominous.
Not ominous, you know the festivities. Colton Frost brings his people down every year. Surely you are aware of that, and I thought everyone knew of that.
Were you in town for the festivities?
I was. Colton is an irritating man, and very eccentric and rude from time to time. But thankfully, I can leave that place as he seems to have extended his stay recently, and I like to take in the stars and think about home. She takes a bite of the meat, and she's got a few like berries and things that she picked, and kind of eats those and grabs a bunch of them, wraps them in a leaf, and kind of sets them up by the fire in case anyone else wants any. Help yourself.
Do you travel often?
Not as much as I like. Do you travel often?
This is my first major excursion. I normally do not leave Briarfork. But
Ah, from the north. Far north, that is.
yes,
I can't say
fear
I...
that this
Go ahead.
disease. I fear that this disease is forcing more people to search out for help. Somebody must know something.
It is quite disconcerting. It seems the casualty rates are growing. I believe, not long before I left, I even heard of someone that had to have things amputated and removed. That seems uncommon for the disease, but if it's getting worse, we're going to be in quite a bit of trouble.
Have you heard any discussion on potential remedies or potentially what has caused it?
I have not. One of the temples in Smyrna seems to have some things that abate the sickness for a while, but from that I don't hear much. And I'm guessing you are from over the water, Governor's Den? Looking at you, Quentin.
Just because I'm a dwarf doesn't mean I'm from Governor's Den. Everyone seems to assume that of me.
Well, I apologize for my brashness. I assumed I did.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just sick of everyone assuming it.
Testy, aren't we?
It's been a long day. Sorry for my attitude.
Not a problem. Eat up. It's probably been quite a journey. And both of you, Rashan immigrants?
Yes, what gave it away?
Everything.
we need to be more subtle. People are so good at calling us out. I don't understand.
I know. I don't get it. I try to blend in. I wear the clothes that the people wear. What is different about us compared to everyone else?
I try to enjoy the things that other people enjoy. But I don't know. I don't know what is so different. But yes.
You guys forget you're blue and not everybody else is blue.
Oh, right.
She just flashes a sly grin at Gwenton.
I take it you had heard about the disaster over there.
Yes, who hasn't that's done their proper research? We see immigrants come in from different areas of from the immigration, but you never know.
Oh, you're one that's fond of research too?
Yes, it seems a large number have settled in Dearney, but I can't confirm as I've never been there myself.
Dearney, there it is. Would I have heard of Dearney?
I mean, you've researched a lot of things, specifically the land masses. I would say you would know that it's a city in the Isles.
Didn't
I must add that to
didn't,
my list of places to travel.
didn't my family say that another one of you traveled through said they were going there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so yes, you've heard of it. Notes.
Oh, you have such a good
notes.
freaking memory. Holy crap. I don't get it. You didn't even look in your notes. You just remembered that.
I know. That's
Oh.
just the name of the city. Just
Ah. It's not fair, man.
Don't worry, I'm getting older, so it's going to go away.
But Bishop will always remember because Bishop is a robot.
So, and her eyes kind of just squint down a bit. What brings a group like this together? Old friends? New allies?
As I stated, most of us traveled in search of a remedy for this disease. I was new to Candor's Keep, and meeting at the church to find out any information. I met my friend Quentin here. The two gentlemen that like to talk about books
Hello.
were interested in the academy.
Ah, the Academy. A fine institution.
Best. Do you do any of your research with the Academy?
I do not myself, but Drusilla does fine work keeping them in order.
Oh, you're familiar with Drusilla.
Yes, she's quite pleasant to be around.
Yes, I've found the same. Very to the point, but pleasant.
She wields great power, Drusilla does.
But what do you find as great power?
Surely, you've been inside, correct?
Oh, yes.
Did she take you into one of her meeting books?
Oh, you know about the meeting books. She will not reveal how that trick is done.
What is this meeting books you speak of? Marslin, what is this?
Oh,
It is amazing. Oh, once we get there, though, Mar, I will do my best to get you in there. These meeting books are incredible. You stick your face into a book and poof, just like you touched the crystal, you're teleported into a different realm, and you're suddenly in a meeting room underwater.
Are you in the habit of touching crystals that take you places?
I'm sure
No.
he was just using a metaphor.
I am sure. A lot of crystals do a lot of things.
I have learned quite a bit from the information he has gathered from books.
There's a lot of knowledge there, lost and found. And she kind of backs herself up from the fire just a bit, just enough to kind of lean against a tree. Surely you won't mind, taking watch?
That is something we can do. Since you were so grateful or gracious in sharing your campfire.
And I know this is a formality, but I'm not going to find myself not waking up in the morning or restrained in any way.
We don't have. How should I put it? We don't find ourselves harassing people we just met on the road.
You never know.
Are these forests typically dangerous?
They seem quite tame.
Good, then we shouldn't have any issue.
That would be ideal. Well, which one of you will keep eyes out tonight?
I'll do that.
I quite need the sleep, if you don't mind.
I would agree, Marzin. You need to rest. Bishop, I can split watch with you.
I'll take the second. It's only fair.
What do we call you? You know our names.
Ah, yes. My name is Caldera.
Oh!
Nice to meet you, Caldera.
It's nice to meet all of you.
And I'll stoke the fire a little bit more.
And she kind of nudges her way into the tree, and you see her close her eyes. Pleasant dreams. Lomar just shrugs his shoulders and lays down. Well, it's good to get some more rest so that I'll feel better in the morning. Wouldn't you say, Marslin?
Of course, I need to sleep. I still feel horrible. I'm so tired.
Quentin, what are you doing?
If Bishop's taking the first watch, I'll go to sleep, but I'm going to wake up for the second watch.
Okay.
But not like actively be up, just keeping an eye on her. You know, if I don't fall asleep again because patterns.
I was
Okay.
gonna say something anyway when you when I left.
Yeah, go ahead and say what you're going to say.
No. I was gonna.
Okay.
When my watch was over, I was gonna be like waking one of them up and being like, "Hey."
That's fine.
You
Just-
know,
you can do that. Yeah. Okay. everyone lays down to rest. There's no problems. It's a quiet night. Bishop, you notice there's not even a lot of like your normal nighttime animal sounds here. It's just peaceful. Probably one of the more peaceful places you've actually stayed. But time passes, no issue. Time to awaken whoever you awake for the second watch.
So I'll go wake Caldera up.
Thank you.
Stab her in the face.
And Bishop's dead. Bishop disintegrates in front of us.
Marsley cast fireball while she's sleeping.
Uh-huh.
Was it a peaceful night?
No interruptions. Quiet enough.
Who?
You forget how quiet it can be when you're not around traveled roads or cities.
It's pleasant, isn't it? And she points up to the stars. You see
Very
that star
much.
there? Third one to the left of that bright one. That's
Oh.
my home. Do you ever just want to be home?
I'm hoping that once this is all done with, or at least taken to a point where I cannot be of use anymore, to go back home.
I hope that you can. Get some rest.
Assuming that you don't get to make it back home very often.
I may never see my home again.
That is a shame. Aren't there ways you left there to come here? Are you saying that there is no return trip?
She pulls up part of her sleeve and gets it about to the forearm, and you see this pretty deep, pretty awful like brand that's been put on her arm.
Does it look familiar?
No, it's runic in ways. It looks like it's in a language you're not familiar with. Some transport is one way only. And she covers it back up.
I do apologize for your loss.
Get some rest. I'll see you in the morning.
So I will go over to where Gwynton is laying and nudge him.
Okay. Quentin, to see if you wake up, because you tend to be a heavy sleeper, I have to. You roll a perception check.
You're muted. But you're muted.
You're still muted.
I don't have exhaustion. I shouldn't be having a problem waking up for once. What am I rolling?
Perception.
Perception.
Hang on.
Oh my god.
11.
Okay. You stay awake for a while. Is there anything you're looking for? Anything specific?
I'm just kind of going to be keeping an eye on her since it's the person we were looking for.
She just stays there. A lot of time, you know, like she'll take some time to look around, and you can see her perk her ears up. I I don't think any of you have really seen a Githyanki before. Like, they're not real common. But she likes to spend time just looking up at the star. You do that for as long as you can, but unfortunately, no, it's about an hour or so, and then your fake sleeping gives way to real sleeping as it's been a long couple days, so you fade off.
I've started carrying a needle and just stabbing myself.
Of course,
I'm just
Bishop,
looking
you
down
know.
at the lake.
Can't be trusted to do anything.
Of course, Bishop, you're still seeing, right? Like, you just can't do anything.
Yeah,
and
I can
and you,
see and I can hear everything. I just, shut down for 6 hours.
So you see this, and she makes no moves, and morning arrives, and she allows it to be good way into morning, and she kind of nudges you all awake. Well, I must be going. Best of luck on your journeys.
Safe travels back to Kendor's Keep.
Yes. Safe travels back to Smyrna?
The only time in this direction, isn't it?
Keep going. You'll find your way there eventually. Listen for Colton. I'm sure the sound of his festivities will lead you into the city.
Fair enough as a statement.
Well. And she packs up her things and makes sure the fire's out as a responsible outdoors person. And hops up on her horse. Until we meet again. And she nods at all of you and rides off.
Is she out of earshot?
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
He was on a horse. You guys were
Yeah.
on a bishop. Different speeds.
So
I don't know.
So,
My movement is 45. I don't know what a horse's is.
so we'll stop there. Oz, you're walking and walking and walking through the trees. You actually are pretty satisfied with yourself, minus the crow thing. You feel uncertain that the party will bring her back, despite your but you move through it, and you kind of keep the lake. Scutus's place is on the lake, so you're kind of keeping that right to your side and just tracing it.
Yeah, keep it to my right and just keep following the lake.
Yeah. You see a few creatures kind of walk out of the lake and kind of look at you and blink with a couple eyes and walk back. Lizards, amphibians, that kind of stuff. A snake from time to time, and fish jumping out of the water, but nothing to the scale of what happened the previous night. You walk for as long as you can. Night begins to fall. What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, I'll bed down for the evening.
Okay.
Find maybe a copse of trees or something that I can go and rest against. Maybe even start a fire. Find some food. Yeah, maybe I'm assuming I maybe found some food while I'm walking.
Sure.
Maybe. So cook some food. Find a place out of the way.
For good measure, give me a survival check. We'll see how well you find food and get all this stuff done. Okay,
12.
fair enough. Yeah. You find berries and different things and fruit and small animals, and I mean practice your axe throwing at squirrels or and rabbits.
Oh gosh, the poor squirrel. Yeah, and then gonna look around and I can't believe we made it out of that alive. I'm not in Smyrna. I'm not in the belly of a fish. I don't know what gods are out there, but thank you. And I'm gonna, just rest my head against a rock or whatever I'm lying against, and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay. You fall into a deep sleep. Your mind drifts into the stars. This is the first real quiet, peaceful sleep you've had in a while where the stress of hiding is not, you're safe here. There's nothing around you. Your mind just floats off into the stars, into your past. You see your uncle. Hold on.
Bastard. With the training in the ship?
Ozeldolf, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Mine
just
is
make sure
Ozeldolf.
Ozeldolf. Okay, just making
Yep.
sure I say
Yep.
it right. Ozeldolf, I told you you have to eat your food, or you won't become strong.
But I'm not hungry.
You look down, and your hands are small. You're but a child again. How are you ever supposed to serve and be my right hand if you won't eat? I can't have an emaciated child stand beside me.
I will eat when I am hungry.
You will eat when I tell you to eat. And you just
But
feel
I'm
a stinging
not-
feeling as his hand just backhands you right across the face.
But Uncle, why?
You will not backtalk me, and you will listen.
Yes. Yes, Uncle.
You know as well as I do how well respected I am here in the Arboreum, and I will not have you disrespect me here.
Yes, Uncle.
Is correct. You know your training begins soon. Are you ready for that?
I think so, Uncle.
Are you willing to give it all for that?
I will do my best, Uncle.
And he lunges forward and he grabs the back of your ponytail and pulls it down. You will do nothing but your best for me.
Yes, Uncle. I will do my best for you.
You want to find your parents again someday, don't you?
I would. Yes, Uncle.
I can't believe I agreed to take you from that whelp of a father of yours.
Why did he give me away, Uncle?
Some have debts that need to be paid, and some don't have what it takes to pay them.
But what debts that he would have to give me away?
This is much beyond you. You need to ask less questions and work a lot harder. Now eat!
Yes. Yes, Uncle.
At the end of the table, you see your brother. He's laughing at you. You're next if you keep that up. Both of you will be the death of me. He walks out of the room. You look down into the bowl of whatever mashed goo that's been fed to you. Take a spoonful and shove it into your mouth. It tastes horrible. You chew it and you feel just sharp, stinging sensations.
Why did he ever have to give us up to our uncle, Grizz?
As
What
Grizz
could
begins,
that debt have been?
as Grizz begins to talk, you jolt awake staring into the sunlight.
Yes, Uncle. Oh.
Your mouth is full of small twigs and leaves and rocks from the nearby tree.
Spit him out. Well, that was an unpleasant memory. Let's try not to do that again, okay, Oz? That's better left in the past. I won't have to worry about seeing him ever again. Yes, that's right. Yes. And I'm gonna go over to the lake. And I'm gonna try and wash my mouth out from whatever crud that I was just trying to ingest and spit it out. Is it still nighttime?
No, it's morning.
Okay, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna kick over. Make sure the campsite is has been successfully kicked over and covered up.
Okay.
So try and hide the fact that I was there. Just good survival practice, and then I'm going to continue with my continue forward.
Okay.
With the lake to my right.
All right. You continue on your journeys. A sound echoes behind you in the distance. A soft roar. You see a shadow approaching. Over top of you, a familiar ship flies overhead.
I'll go under the covered trees.
You duck under the tree and watch it disappear into the distance.
Yes, you go on. You go on and train your next follower of Frost Weavers. What a bunch of garbage. I'll spit.
You continue on. The rest of you get up. You returning to Smyrna?
Yeah.
All right. You enter into the after another day's journey or so, right at the end of the day, you get to the edge of Smyrna and just going inside.
Did we not see a ship go by? Did we not, since we were looking at the direction?
You would have seen it come overhead as well.
Okay. This has been an interesting trip.
That is to say the least.
At least we now know what Caldera looks like.
Oh,
Do you
was
think that was
that Caldera? She seemed like a very pleasant person. It was nice to meet her out here.
You don't know what we have seen.
I do not. Is there something I can see what you see? If I stick my eyes where your eyes are, can I look inside and see what you've seen? Is that how this works? I've
Lamar,
not
I
read
don't think you would have eyes anymore if you attempted to do that with Bishop. I don't think he'd take kindly.
I'm just not entirely sure. Is there a book about you that I could read or be
Nothing
fascinating?
I wish to share.
That is fair enough.
Do you
How
think
long
that
do we-
was our best opportunity that we'll ever have to have gotten Caldera to fess up to something?
I'm not sure if we had pushed. The outcome would have been much different.
Do you think intimidation would have worked? I don't know much about intimidation. You're much scarier than I am.
If she is involved in what we believe she is involved in, I'm pretty sure she would not be afraid or intimidated by me.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Let's think of it this way. When we get back to Candler's Keep, we're on our good side right now.
This is true. Maybe we should just become a part of Caldera's inner circle. And then, once we're in the inner circle, she will talk openly with us. We can then capture the audio and strike.
Not a bad idea, Marzin, but the time might take too long. Also, does anyone remember how long we paid on the rooms at the inn for?
I'm sure our week is up.
What was that?
Does it not count for only the nights that you actually slept there?
Marcel,
No,
you
it's-
know better than that. That is not how it works. There's no inn that works like that. My room is paid up for quite some time, so I would, if I'm leaving with you, I actually could get a refund, or if they haven't sold your things yet, I might be able to negotiate to get them back.
Says the DM. All our stuff is gone.
To be fair, I wouldn't have left anything.
Mm-mm.
Bishop wouldn't have left anything.
Right.
Oz wouldn't have left anything. All of Marzin's books are burned.
Take it back.
But I think going to the inn, and then Bishop, you going to the tavern to talk to Bren, since she's been in the dark for 2 days now.
She knows to wait for me. I told her I would come get her when we were leaving.
It's afternoon, like late
No,
afternoon.
it's nighttime. As you're just walking into the city as you're having these conversations, and two rather large individuals, humanoid. They've got a large halberd. They kind of step in and your business here.
It's going back to the inn to sleep. We're just out walking around the woods for the day. We were just exploring.
And they pull out a scroll. They unravel it, and you see a fairly accurate image of Oz. And they're looking at it and looking at all of you.
I obviously don't look like that.
And they reach out to touch you and put their hand on you, like they're trying to push through you to see if you're an illusion or not. And then they do that
I
with
appreciate
Marsland.
you keeping your hand to yourself.
He looks at you. By order of Colton Frost, have you seen this man? And holds the scroll up, and the other one, or this woman. And just, it's like the same picture, just with longer hair.
And boobies.
Yeah.
Someone's been talking.
We have not seen either of those people on our travels in the last 24 hours.
Marsland was just getting ready to talk, and he sees, or hears Galtier say that. Yes, no, never have seen them.
Galtier?
Galtier's here?
Whoa!
The G's.
Have these siblings done something?
First, Gwynton, go ahead and give me a deception roll.
But I'm not lying. We have not seen them in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, which travels?
12.
Okay.
You're under arrest.
These are not brother and sister. They tend to be the same person in disguise. We have on good authority that this is someone that's been searched for and been wanted for quite some time for crimes that we cannot state here. We are on the lookout for them. A few of us have been posted here, and we must check everyone that comes in or leaves the city.
Do you know what their name is? So if we were to shout it out in the streets, we might be able to get the response.
Their real name goes by Ozeldorf, but they typically go by Oz.
Both the female and the male version here that you have drawn.
The female, we are not sure yet.
Brilliant. Thank you.
You see Lomar, he starts to raise a finger and open his mouth. Actually,
Lomar,
yes.
Can I show you this page from my book real quick?
Oh,
It's
yes.
something that Bishop just taught me that I think is a new skill that
Have
might
you
come in
been holding
useful.
out on me this whole time? Days on the road, and you have a book I have not read?
Yes, we won't bother these friendly guards here with that, but
If you
Once-
don't mind, you can see we are not either of the people you're looking for. Can we continue on?
They look at you suspiciously. Proceed. If you see this individual, you bring him right to us. We're identified by these halberds.
Marsland attempts to smile.
Do they look different than any other halberd I've ever seen?
They're intricate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not just a normal halberd. I mean, they're very well made.
I'll be sure to remember that, and I'll start walking on.
They just stop and just watch you all as you enter into the town.
Shake my hips for him.
Right, you're in town.
I will go talk to Bryn. Why don't you three go collect Lomar's belongings in the wagon and then meet me at our spot south of town?
Are you talking about the spot to go down below?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think bringing a horse and a cart with
Right
us-
here.
You're in town. I'm just telling you to go down to the southern part of town. People do
Okay.
live down there.
They do.
We're not taking the cart down into Old Smyrna.
Shoving it down the hole.
No, I meant like just taking it down there in general and leaving the stuff out because it's a shady neighborhood.
Perhaps
I'm
we
not
should
saying we
take
all
care.
have to go down either. Just
Perhaps we
going
should.
down to get one person.
And close the door.
Yeah, weren't we going to do that?
I mean, it doesn't take all of us to do that.
If you'd
Perhaps we
like,
should
I can
take
do
care
that
of that.
while I can do that now.
Perhaps we should take care of that business first, in the snap of a finger, and then return and grab the books.
That's okay.
I actually would prefer to get my things in order rather than go back down. The library is a fascinating place, but I feel it's not the best place for me right now. I have a lot of packing to do, if you don't mind.
Yes. You get a head start on your packing.
And please do not touch the crystal down there and speak the words that... Let's not do that again.
That was a terrible idea for now. I'm sure we will one day harness that power, but that is not today.
If anyone asks, Lamar, you are just going to pack for Candor's Keep to visit the Academy. You do not need to give out any more information than that.
Oh, that is what I learned in the book. The book. It wasn't actually a book.
I'm just gonna start walking to well, we're
Sure.
outside of those guards, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I told a lie. Did I do good?
You did very well, Marsland. I'm gonna start walking towards the
That was
southern side of Smyrna.
And as Lomar walks away, you hear him, remember, Lomar, you're just going to Candor's Keep with your friends, Bishop, Oz, Quentin, and Marsland. You're going, that's what I need to remember. Yes, Lomar, that's what we need to remember. And he walks off into the distance.
Do we hear that?
Just the edge of it, yeah.
Forget the name Oz.
All right. Bishop, you're going to the tavern, or are you all going down?
We can all go down, I guess.
Okay. You all go down, for sake of time and brevity. You go down to the room. You're about to go down the stairs, and you just hear like small rocks falling. And Marsden, you look up, and you just see like the hair dangling down and in the darkness, and she's turning her head. I did not want to say the words. You disappeared. You turned to ash. I waited. I waited here. And she starts like walking backwards while keeping an eye on you. Like her face never turns from you as she walks down the wall and like over to you. Where is my friend? Did you eat him? Did you kill him? He was
he is
my
alive.
friend.
We'll get back to him shortly.
He is fishing.
He has sent us to collect you.
I can't be put into a bag and collected. I am not a shiny object. I'm not. I'm
Certainly
here.
not shiny.
That is not what we meant. He sent us to come get you and take you to him.
Is this my friend? He takes me to sea. Of course, she's still got these like welding goggles. that are with...
We
Remember, Crow, when we get to the top, do not say his name.
Do not say his name. His name is Oz, but we don't say that name. We keep it secret. We keep it quiet. We'll be fine.
You keep it quiet for now. I'm just gonna keep walking down.
I'm not going back down there. I'm staying right here.
You can stay here. That is perfectly fine. We just need to close that door and lock everything back up. You didn't see anyone going after us, did you?
No, Crow didn't see anyone. Just Crow and the rocks and spugs and spiders, small spiders.
We will be back here shortly.
She just like huddles into a corner, and you can just see like one eye behind her long dark hair. You go down.
Please keep us safe as we are down here.
Mm-hmm.
And you see her just, as she never breaks eye contact, she just reaches over and like pulls a dagger out of somewhere and just holds it up.
What are you doing with that? That is unnecessary.
With her hair the way it is, you only see one eye. So with her mouth, you just see it curl into a smile.
I do not like this creature.
Stabby, stab, stab.
You go down. Bishop, you all remember how to operate the key, so you turn the
so
magical
I'm
shield back on.
And I'm going to keep the key in my bag.
Okay. And you come back out. You all head back up into the city there. And as you do, Crow adjusts her goggles down on her eyes. So bright, it hurts. It does hurt. Where we go from here?
Well, we need to go get our horse and carriage, get Lamar, get bread, and we'll be heading back to our friend.
So you'll have some food. Horse is good, I hear. I heard it's good.
You will not eat the horse.
What is Crow to eat on this trip so long till we find Oz? And
Please
We
don't
don't
eat the books either.
say
I don't know
his
what you
name.
oh yes,
We'll get you food.
They don't seem to know his female name of Helga, so I suggest we stick with that.
Helga. Oz is Helga. Helga is Oz. Why did he say his name is Oz if it's Helga?
Bro, don't worry about it right now. Just don't say any name about him, okay?
Crow understands. Crow does.
This is to protect him
Keep him
from
safe.
those who wish to do him harm.
Keep him safe.
Exactly.
And where are you headed next?
So I will be heading towards the tavern.
Okay.
We haven't collected the horse yet, have we?
No,
Nope.
it's at the end.
Okay. I'm gonna head to collect that to bring it over so Lomar can start loading up.
Okay.
I'll
Who
go
is-
with Marzin so that we can help him.
Who's Crow
I say
going
Crow.
with?
All
Okay.
of us to stay in the shadows.
Bishop.
She walks out. The ground is hot. It burns my feet. It burns my hand. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't at all.
We'll need to get you some shoes.
And as you're walking through town, I mean, people are just staring at her. Like,
Isn't it still like nighttime? It didn't take us
No,
that long
it's-
to go down there.
no, it's daytime. Oh, no, you came into the city
Oh.
at night. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's dark. But those people that see her are like, they're really disturbed by her.
Well, you asked her to stay in the shadows, stay out of sight. But yeah, we'll be going back to the inn while Bishop's going to the tavern.
Okay. You guys go get the horse, the and everything. You get it ready. You go inside. Lomar's already taken care of everything. He's acquired everything that was in Marslin's room and has all his stuff packed up. He's just sitting there like a kid at a bus stop with a backpacks and books, just waiting for you to show up.
Ready to go there, Lamar.
Is
I
this
was-
everything?
It is everything. I wasn't able to bring some of the food I had in the room. You remember the food that we enjoyed.
Oh, this food was delicious.
It was very delicious, but I wasn't able to bring that. But the rest of it was good, and I've squared everything away. I have your books here. So
They didn't burn them or sell them.
No. In fact, they had not touched them at all. They knew that you would be back, and they said you seem like upstanding people, and they said as long as, and he just sees Crow peeking out of the side of the doorway. As long as that stays away from him, he said everything was fine.
I'll like shoo Crow back a little bit.
So she had wrapped her fingers around the doorway, and just slowly you could see her, like, her peeking her face out and turning it. And you can see the innkeeper getting visibly uncomfortable, and you shoo her away. And at the same speed she creeped forward, she just kind of slowly creeps back and then slides her fingers over the doorway and back out into the shadows. She is not going with us, right, Marsden?
Yes, she is coming with us. I'm sorry. I didn't realize this was going to be happening, but we can try and keep her away from you as far as possible.
That's not very far, is it? A big wagon. Better get comfy. We have a lot of people going back with us.
Does this change? Does this change anything?
No, I believe there's a greater good if we're all together. Hopefully are we just getting in rooms when we get to Kendor's Keep? Is that each individual in rooms? I hear there's a nice
have a house
inn.
at Kendor's Keep.
You have a house?
Yes, we can rent the room out at 100 gold a day.
The 100 gold a day?
It's freshly furnished.
I'm sorry, I would not be able to go on this trip. And he starts grabbing all the books and picking them up to go back upstairs.
10 gold a day?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh wow, you're actually gonna let me roll for that?
Yeah, it's not Zoramir.
16?
I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can pick up a small job there that will help cover that. Something at the local library or at the tower. But I think I can make that work.
We're gonna milk the NPC.
The one you invited. You're freaking bribing him.
Well, you do know that the place that we're staying, it was quite run down, and it requires lots of repairs, and we're still having to pay it off. So we can work out the minutiae of the detail later on.
I could always help repair things. I have read a lot of books about home repair, and I can learn.
Well,
You did read a lot of books about swimming, but you weren't very good at it.
I was not good at swimming. I am not a physical person.
So, isn't repairing a house physical labor?
To an extent, but maybe there's, sweeping and moving certain things.
Pick up the drapes.
Yes. I believe
we'll worry
I
about
read
that later,
that you.
Lamar. Let's get you loaded.
Okay, so you all
grab some of this stuff and
you start loading him up, and
yeah.
as he walks outside to load stuff up, like Crow is right there outside the door in the shadows, and he's like, "Oh, I don't like this."
Crow's harmless, as long as you're nice to her.
As you say, she's harmless. Again, she just produces this dagger, and like just slides it over the front of her body.
No, she got stabbed.
You just have to convince her you don't taste good.
I don't believe. And he like licks his arm. I do not taste good at all. Would you like to take a lick of my arm? It's not good at all. She starts to like lean forward, and you see her opening her mouth a bit. And she kind of licks it once, twice, and then like bites down on his arm. Ow! Ow!
Crow, no. You have poked the crow there, Lamar.
So you all continue getting things ready and then head that way to pick up Bishop at the inn. Bishop, you walk into the inn. Bryn is there. She's got some of her things. There's not a lot, but she's got a few bags of things. Well, you did return. I thought you left us, or left me here.
I told you that when we were ready to leave, I would come get you.
And here you are.
And here I am.
Shall we go? Really need to get out of here.
Yes, we are waiting on one more individual, and we will be leaving tonight.
So you wait, and they come up with a cart. Everybody loads up. It's a tight fit with everything that you got on there. You can hear the cart like groaning under the weight of everything, especially with Bishop and everything. It's just a couple of the boards creak, and you hear. But it moves. But right now it's nighttime.
Does the horse seem to complain?
It's not moving as fast as it did on the trip down.
Okay.
I want to kind of give it like the good job.
Yeah, okay.
The horse.
Make it feel appreciated.
The wheels moan as you trundle out of town and head out. I'd imagine you're going to camp at some point once you're far enough away from the city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oz, over the next day or so.
Oh, before we go to bed or whatever, I'll use sending to let Oz know we got Bran and Crow and Lamar, and we're currently on our way to Scootus McTootus.
Okay, how are you going to say that? Sending's 25 words.
Picked up everyone. Meet you at Scootus's.
Okay. Oz,
The
you
first
hear
time
that?
he's done this? Is this the first time this has happened to me?
No, it's the second time now.
No, it's the second
Second
time now. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Quentin, I wish you'd warned me before you did that. Quentin, I wish you'd warned me before you did that. Crap. I should respond right now. Quentin, I am not there yet. I got one word left. There you go.
Dude.
I mean, you get no response back from me.
No.
I only get 25 words to respond back with, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like 25 both ways.
Yep.
So after receiving that, and I'm assuming that's a couple or a day or so down the road. Just going to continue on.
Okay.
Making my way.
Takes
towards
you
Venus's
probably
cottage.
2.5 days or so to get there.
Mhm.
You arrive. It's nighttime by the time you get there. And you see the familiar cottage building or whatever. Go up and knock on the door.
Is there a light on?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, go up and knock on the door.
How you doing? What brings
I
you
hope-
back here?
Pardon me for my intrusion at this late hour. I have been seeking refuge at your cottage.
Yeah,
Would it be acceptable?
of course. Of course. He looks past you, looking for everybody else. What? Are they all dead?
No. Well, no. Thinking back to the message, they are fine. They are heading here and will be here in a matter of days. However, we had to split up, for I am not wanted at Smyrna.
Ah, I see. Well, you're always welcome here. We've got a bed for you, and as always, we'll be fishing in the morning. I'm hoping to catch a big one. Have you seen a big one in the lake?
You have no idea.
Oh,
I have
we'll
a
get
tale for you, my dear Scotus.
Oh, this sounds like a fishing story. I do like me a good fishing story.
This is a definite fishing story, and I look forward to regaling you with this tale in the morning, if that's okay.
Not a problem.
But
Come
tell
on
me,
inside.
how have you been?
Well, I can't complain. It wouldn't do me any good if I did. It's been busy. We're getting the crops pulled in and all that stuff still, and getting ready for winter. Yeah, it's got quite chill in the air. It's getting cold.
Yes, it is. Looking down at my bare chest, a little bit nipply out right now. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
I can tell. Almost lost an eye.
Yes. If you don't mind, I would love to be able to get some warmth and then wake up in the morning and do some fishing.
Well, that sounds great. Come on in. Get some stew. It's the same one, still going. And
It only gets better with age, right?
it absolutely only gets better with age. I try to tell them guys that, but nobody wants to listen. But you understand. Come on inside. He just kind of reaches around and pats you on the back and closes the door, and that's where we'll leave off for tonight.
What? We have 20 minutes.
What? We have 20 minutes. 20
We have
minutes
a
of travel.
traveling montage of like
Dun. Yeah, no.
the bus making its way up the trail.
Oh, yeah. That's what Oz sent in the chat. Good stuff. Hey, we appreciate everybody that came by. Coffee Man, thanks for stopping by and giving us some comments there. I always like when the discussion gets going. This was kind of a transitional episode as they transition away from Smyrna and survive the fish encounter. They thought they were going to.
Smyrna.
We've been here for weeks. I want to say 2 months.
And it still feels like
been
we've
a
barely
while.
scratched the surface.
Of the story, yes. I told this is a longer campaign. This one, there's a lot of moving parts. So there was definitely comments in our chat that said, "Hey, we're 100% going to get swallowed by this fish." So
I thought so.
That or Marsland was just going to sink to the bottom. He can cast spells, but he can't swim. Fun session. Glad y'all didn't die via fish. There was some concern there. I thought you were going to summon your hut. Then there might have been a situation where the fish swallowed the hut, and then it was just kind of hanging part in the air, part in the water, kind of thing. So
now, if the
That would've
fish
been
tries to
amazing.
swallow the dish, would it just be stuck in midair?
Yes.
depends on how hard it pulled, how much it weighs. It
I
might
don't know
rip
what
through the
that-
backside.
Oh,
God.
like tear through the
It
fish.
just
Yeah,
destroys itself.
yeah. It's
Is
just
that
would
what
like
we say it could hold up to like 500 pounds or something like that?
No, I think it's immovable.
I thought there was a weight limit.
Oh, maybe not.
I don't know what happens after the weight limit it gets exceeded.
It is 500 pounds. If it is exceeded, it just dissipates.
Okay. It would have dissipated then. Then we would have had
Then
a
you'd be dead.
Jonah in the whale situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks everybody for coming out. Maddie B, thanks for that resub. Yeah, got a lot going on. Next week is I think it's Gaming with Quentin, right? For Monday.
Yeah, I'll do I game both Monday and Wednesday.
So
I do Kena Bridge of Spirits on Monday and then Monster Hunter or something on Wednesday.
how close are you to finishing that?
No idea. I don't know how long a game it is.
Yeah, I don't either. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful game.
It is so much fun to look through. And just there's a couple things I feel like they could have done better, like the mask, where you like look through the mask to see different, like a second world almost.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I'm enjoying it.
But yeah, until next time, that's what we got. Have a safe end of your July, and I'll see you when I get back from my trip. And that's all I got. You guys got anything? We're gonna take you somewhere. I haven't picked yet. Let's see who we got. Let's
Don't forget to go to our website, buy our swag, support your favorite streamers.
That's right. Let me see if last time we did Legends on Paper and then they were like done. Okay, they're actually live this time, so we're gonna hit them this time, and then we'll do Strife next time. Yeah, thank you for being in the dungeon with us. We appreciate you, and we can't wait till next time. But until next time, we'll see you in the dungeon. Take care, everybody.
The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem
It
with me.
says
So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, that's a mantra. Keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, I'm a monster. The end is upon us, I promise you novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking, they call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP, I do what I want to, yeah that's a mantra. I keep 'em running and gunning like Contra, yo I'm a monster. Turn it up. What you know about the final boss? I got him trying to buy time with the sign of the cross. I redefine high crime and the meaning of loss. I'm off hip, but a body like I'm playing lacrosse. Beat to the EG, I'm keeping them queasy. I make it seem easy, acknowledge me. I've been demolishing your cities, I'm astonishingly sleazy. I'm the big bad, y'all must be the cast. I'm killing a master, villain, a blast, a disaster. Really a rap bastard, within the rap fast for the masses. I ravage all races and classes. Savage, I can't stop myself.